Hey Bougie, click. People who are ugly on the outside are usually ugly on the inside. Unattractive people exhibit behaviors that come across as unkind or mean to attractive people. Such actions stem from their internal battles and negative self-image. Don't let what an unattractive hater has to say affect you. They only bully you because they know that you are that girl. Beware of people with low self-esteem. People who are ugly on the outside are usually ugly on the inside. Individuals with low self-esteem exhibit behaviors that come across as unkind or mean to others. Such actions frequently stem from their internal battles and negative self-image. Here are some possible explanations for this behavior. Defensive mechanisms. People with low self-esteem may use meanness as a defense mechanism to protect themselves from perceived threats, such as criticism or rejection. Projection. They might project their own feelings of inadequacy onto others, treating them poorly as a way to externalize their inner conflict. Control. By acting mean, they may feel a sense of control in situations where they otherwise feel powerless or vulnerable. Misinterpretation of social cues. Due to their negative self-view, they might misinterpret neutral or friendly interactions as negative, leading to defensive or hostile responses. Individuals with low self-esteem often display behaviors that could be seen as negative attitudes. However, it's crucial to recognize that these actions often stem from their inner battles. Low self-esteem can result in defensive or adverse behaviors as a means of dealing with feelings of inadequacy or fear of rejection. Here are some reasons why individuals with low self-esteem might display negative attitudes. Self-protection. To avoid further rejection or failure, individuals might adopt a defensive stance. They may seem hostile or unapproachable as a way to protect themselves from potential hurt. Negative self-perception. When people view themselves poorly, they may project these feelings onto others, expecting criticism or disapproval, which can result in a negative demeanor. Fear of failure. A person with low self-esteem might avoid trying new things or taking risks due to a fear of failing, which can come across as a lack of interest or motivation. Social withdrawal. To protect themselves from perceived negative judgments, individuals might isolate themselves, which can be misinterpreted as unfriendliness or aloofness. Perfectionism. The pressure to be perfect can lead to frustration and impatience with both themselves and others, which can manifest as a bad attitude. Individuals with low self-esteem often display behaviors that come across as arrogant or entitled. This is an intricate defense mechanism used to shield themselves from the failure and rejection they anticipate. Here are a few reasons why this behavior may manifest. Compensation. Acting conceited or entitled might be a way to compensate for feelings of inadequacy and to create a facade of confidence. Protection. By adopting an attitude of superiority, individuals with low self-esteem may try to preempt criticism or judgment from others. Control. Displaying entitlement can be a way to exert control in situations where they feel powerless or vulnerable. Fear of vulnerability. Conceited behavior can serve as a shield against showing vulnerability, which they might equate with weakness. It's important to recognize that such behaviors are a coping strategy for dealing with deep-seated feelings of low self-worth and have nothing to do with you. Handling entitled behavior in others can pose a challenge, but there are effective strategies to navigate such situations. Here are some recommended approaches. Establish clear boundaries. Define and communicate your limits clearly to prevent entitled individuals from overstepping. Keep your emotions in check, stay calm and composed, don't let your emotions escalate the situation. Use assertive communication, express your thoughts and feelings confidently without being aggressive. Focus on constructive communication, aim for solutions rather than arguments to resolve conflicts. Practice empathetic listening, try to understand the underlying reasons for their behavior, which might help in addressing the root cause. Model respectful behavior, demonstrate how to treat others with respect, which may encourage them to mirror your behavior. Set realistic expectations, make it clear what is reasonable to expect in a given situation to avoid misunderstandings. Use positive reinforcement, acknowledge and reward positive behavior, which can encourage a change in attitude. Seek to understand motivations. Understanding why someone feels entitled can provide insights into how to interact with them effectively. Pick your battles wisely, decide if the situation is worth addressing or if it's better to let it go. Pick your battles wisely, decide if the situation is worth addressing or if it's better to let it go. Promote responsibility and accountability, encourage them to take responsibility for their actions and understand the impact on others. Educate about reciprocity, help them understand the importance of give and take in relationships. Offer alternative perspectives, present different viewpoints to broaden their understanding of situations. Disengage if necessary. If the behavior becomes too difficult to handle, it may be best to step back from the interaction. Remember, while you can employ these strategies, it's also important to maintain your well-being and not feel responsible for changing someone else's behavior. Sometimes, professional help may be needed for individuals who exhibit extreme entitled behavior. People who feel entitled are simply lazy and expect things without effort. Often, entitlement is confused with competence. Entitlement involves an expectation of special treatment that is not necessarily linked to one's abilities or achievements. Individuals with high self-esteem are frequently seen as more pleasant because their positive self-perception often results in positive interactions with others. High self-esteem is linked to numerous advantageous characteristics and actions that contribute to being viewed as kinder. Here are a few explanations why. Positive outlook. Individuals with high self-esteem generally have a more positive outlook on life and are more likely to engage in positive social interactions. Resilience. They are better equipped to handle adversity and less likely to focus on negative aspects, which can contribute to a more pleasant demeanor. Empathy and support. High self-esteem enables individuals to offer support and empathy to others, as they are more secure in themselves and their relationships. Healthy boundaries. People with high self-esteem are more likely to establish healthy boundaries, which can lead to more respectful and kind interactions. Self-confidence. Confidence in their own worth allows them to be open and warm towards others without feeling threatened or defensive. It's important to note that self-esteem affects how individuals perceive themselves and relate to others, and cultivating a positive self-image can lead to healthier and happier relationships. While these are general trends, individual behaviors will vary, and not all people with high self-esteem will act the same way, just as not all people with low self-esteem will exhibit negative behaviors. When individuals with low self-esteem engage with those possessing high self-esteem, various behaviors may come across as negative or unkind. It's crucial to understand that these actions stem from underlying emotional challenges and cognitive tendencies. Here are a few reasons why this scenario could occur. Comparison and resentment. People with low self-esteem may compare themselves unfavorably to those with high self-esteem, leading to feelings of resentment or jealousy. Perceived threat. High self-esteem in others might be seen as a threat, making individuals with low self-esteem feel inferior or inadequate. Defensiveness. To guard against feelings of vulnerability, individuals with low self-esteem might adopt a defensive posture that can come across as mean or aggressive. Misinterpretation of confidence. Confidence in others may be misinterpreted as arrogance or condescension, prompting a negative reaction. What do you think? Is an unattractive person bullying or sabotaging you? Let me know in the comment section. Stay bougie.